So, welcome back to the channel. We are about to try to travel back to Mexico during this government shutdown. Now, that makes me extremely nervous for so many different reasons. First, so far, they haven't canceled my flight, which I'm excited about, but I feel so bad because there are so many workers that are going to the airport and are working without pay. So that's the first thing that comes to my mind. Second, I do have to come back. So I am wondering if I will be able to get back, even though I'm going to be gone only a week. And that scares me for a lot of other reasons that are out of my control. But I came to you guys to make this video because as a person that grew up in a country that technically didn't like people that looked like me, there was a small part of me when I was younger that loved being American. Like, that just truly, through all the racism, through all the bigotry, through all the segregation, something in me was still very proud to call myself American. Now, in the last few years, that has changed. It's almost been somewhat of an embarrassment. Something that I was more so ashamed of, Very ashamed of. Very ashamed to tell people that I'm American. Very ashamed to even, when I'm living in different countries, tell people that I'm from America. And mainly because there were so many questions that foreigners would ask me in regards to the situation that I never was quite able to understand or explain. And my question to America is, when did we get like this? Were we always like this? Was it something that we were just hiding from? But it was really who we were. Are we these people that let children go hungry, that let our veterans go hungry, that allow our politicians to lie and lie and lie? And I'm not saying it's one side or other. I'm just saying the current situation that we are in right now, is this who we are? Has this always been us? Because despite everything that I went through growing up, when I was younger, you had great dignity. There was a level of dignity that came with what was going on in the States and how things were. And I can honestly say, maybe we were actually the best at one point in time. And then things changed. And that's where I get confused, because I'm asking myself, is that who we are? Like, are we these type of people? I know somebody's probably going to see this and somebody's going to say, well, there's a lot of things about America that could change, and Democrat this and Republican that and independent this. And I don't care about any of that. I care about now. Seeing ICE agents raid people's homes and break into people's cars while people are having seizures and stopping American citizens on the street as if we're in a third world country. And it confuses me. It really does. But then I ask a question to the men that are in Washington that made these political realms their life, that went to these Ivy League schools, that were kind of like the creme de la creme of our country. And I get it. Maybe it's something how I don't know, because I grew up poor in foster care. But when did you guys let a reality star, no matter how much money he has, a reality star that clearly knows nothing that he's doing, come in and ruin everything you all work for? No matter if you're a Democratic or Republican. when did you guys let this man come in and like make you all seem like nothing? Like, I just didn't grow up like that. I grew up where you guys were looked at as the highest. And no matter what party you were, there was a level of respect and there was a level of dignity that came with just being American. And to sit and watch some of you make bold-faced lies, knowing the truth, knowing what's actually happening, but do nothing. Like, where did you guys go? I say all of this to say, not that I've lost faith, but I'm disappointed. And I'm disappointed on a level of, how could you all let this happen? For him. Had you did it for Reagan or Bush, I probably would have understood it. Because I think it would have had merit behind it. Some type of, some type of weight to it. But the fact that you guys did it for him is what throws me off. It's really what confuses me. Because it almost makes me feel like all of my childhood, this is just who you guys were. Like, this is who you guys were. This is who you're going to be. And you're okay with being that. And a little bit of me does think that some of you are going to wake up and then it's going to be that, oh, forgive us. And my thing is, how? How do we forgive you for this? There's so many things that I could say, but that's just one of them. Because it's really, as a person that has now lived out of the States, watching this has probably, I think in a couple videos ago, I told people when I left the States 7 years ago, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I was just like, something has to be better than what I'm experiencing at this current moment. And a little bit, you think about it yourself, you say, maybe I'll regret it. Maybe, the States are the best. And I could tell you guys, and this has nothing to do with how I was treated in the States, just everything that I've seen from looking out as a person that understands the system, but also a person that's not in the system. This is a shit show. Like, I'm speaking to all my Americans. This is a third world country. And I'm saying that as of today, when a judge has told him to feed these children, feed these elderly, and he still defied the orders. Still defied the orders. Still made a reason, an excuse on why he couldn't feed people. And I'm here to tell you guys that is things that you see in a third world country. Like, I'm speechless. And now I see the commercials, if you guys haven't seen them, of the people in Africa telling their children to eat your food. Eat your food, because there are children in America going, that don't have food to eat. Do you know how crazy that sounds? That the best country, or the number one country in the world, is allowing their children to go home hungry. And the president is okay with it. That's crazy. I say all of this to say, we have to do better. We should do better. I get parties. I get the systems. But even if you're seeing this and you're a Trump supporter, it's failing us. It's failing us. And I don't consider myself Democratic or independent or Republican. I consider myself somebody that's for the people. So I will be giving you guys a step-by-step of how tomorrow goes. Today's the 7th of November. I am going to be flying out on the 8th, and I will document this just to show you guys what's happening. If there are big changes, big issues in the airports, which I'm sure it will be. But stay tuned. I'll see you guys soon.